Hey guys, it's Debbie from Resin Hut. So today I wanted to try this mold out. I've had it for a little while now. It's just like the, I don't know, what would you say, the welcome plaque that you could hang outside next to your door. And I just thought, let's give it a go with some Jesmonite. Obviously it's a brand new mold, so what I've done is my original coasters that I did with the terracotta type colors, I kept all of those chips, but when I put them in, I thought, looks quite boring, quite plain. I need to put a bit of color in between these big blocks of Jesmonite. So I had a lot of chips left over as well from the natural terracotta colors, or the terracotta family, however you want to say. And I just sprinkled the chips down on there. Now, the reason I've done this is when you put the chips directly onto the mold, it does make it a little bit easier when it comes to sanding, because the molds, when you pour on, obviously you have to pour on very, very slowly. But when you come to sanding, those molds will come up quite quickly. Now, I have done this a couple of times with different molds and I did find it easier. So again, guys, this is just my personal experience. As opposed to putting the chips into the Jesmonite and mixing it and pouring, I prefer sometimes just to put the chips flat onto the mold. Obviously, you have to be careful when you put them down because they do have sharp corners and they can scratch your mold. So guys, this mold I've measured with the water just to give me a rough idea. It takes 300 milliliters of water or 300 grams, however you want to do it. Now, because I've got quite big chips in this, I sort of try to put the blocks next to each other to work out, and it sort of takes it up to sort of about halfway there. So I was thinking, I don't think it's going to be more than 500, but I'm going to mix 500 up anyway, because as usual I've always got things to the side. And this is one of the things I did yesterday actually. I had some blue and whites left over, so I just did some letters. I didn't have enough, so it's hollow on the bottom, but what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put some resin in there just to strengthen it up as well, and I might just paint the top of it with resin, and then after I've done that I'll drill the holes in those. So guys, as always, I'm going to mix up off camera, and I am going to put retarder in this because I'm working with about 500 grams, so I'm mostly going to put maybe 2 or 3 grams of retarder into this mixture, just so it gives me a little bit extra time to work with it. So guys, hang tight, I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. All in all, the two mixtures together are 525. I'm a little bit nervous because I don't know if this is going to be enough, because like I said, I normally double my mixtures to whatever the resin takes, but I just thought with these blocks in there, you know, they do take up a little bit of room, and I did add 2 grams of the retarder in as well. I've just been trying to get the bubbles out because I can't really, I put this on my Lazy Jane or whatever you call them, but I'm just worried that if I do that it's going to move the stones around, not the stones, the chips around. So I've been trying to get as many bubbles to the top as possible so I don't have to bang too much with this. So let's get going guys. I'm just going to do around the edges first. Right, obviously I'm trying not to disturb the smaller chips as well, so they stay on the bottom where I want them to stay, or technically the top. So I'm just going to keep it poured very, very slowly. Let's see if I can get everything to stay where it's supposed to stay. Okay. Do a little bit here. Sorry guys, like I said, don't multitask very well, and if I'm concentrating I definitely can't Can't talk too much. Gosh, especially in little gaps like that, that's really hard. I'm not actually sure. When I checked these bigger pieces out, they were almost level with the mold. So I don't think the back pieces are going to be covered either, because I think that would take it too tall, and then obviously these little pieces where you put the string through or the rope through would you'd lose the holes there. So let's see if I can move this around to make my life a little bit easier. Oops, pulling that too fast. So I do want to try this out as well with the, I've got these, with so many ideas, guys. I've got these absolutely amazing tiles, really, you know, the little tiny small block tiles. And I did try out the stone tiles with one of my, what was it, coasters. And even after 24 hours, I was able to snap it in half. So I think I just put too many tiles in there, or little stones in there. So I want to try with maybe doing something like that, but putting less in, basically. So I want to see if that works, if I do it that way. Just put a little bit in here. Trying to get it as level as possible, but at the same time don't want to overflow these pieces, although it won't make any difference because this is obviously the back. So I just want to make sure it's the same thickness all over. I'm going to just it's quite loud, this thing, because it's got the piece on the bottom, but I just want to, sorry guys, deafening you. It's more to get it level than it is to get bubbles out. I just want to see if that is right up to the, I don't think I can go higher than that because it's right on the edge here. This mold, just in case you're wondering, it's just off of Amazon. I think I've got about 99.9% of my molds I buy on Amazon. I have started using AliExpress because I really want to do my own pot plants, and they do. I mean, they're not cheap, but they're a lot cheaper than what they would be on places like Etsy and things like that. I've just bought a really beautiful, and it's got a lovely cut-in design at the bottom. I do wonder about the bubbles though, if you know, if I'm able to get the bubbles out of it. But I've just ordered that, but only thing is it takes ages because it's coming from China. But it wasn't too bad. It was £39 with discount. It was like just over £39. And it's a lovely, I think the one's a 10 by 10 centimeter because it's square, and the other one's a 12 by 12, and then I've also bought a round one as well. So really excited for those to come, because I would really like to try and specialize in sort of garden stuff. So when we go back to normality, I can go back to, well, it would be new for me in the markets here. I've been doing my little research, and they do have some amazing markets here where I live. So my goal is when we go back to normality, I can go do either just the standard market, or I could do the, what they call it, like an arts and crafts market. I think that would be nicer, because I could get to see other people's arts. I'm always really inquisitive and I like to see it. Right guys, that's definitely filled to the top. I don't want to put any more in there. I'll double check it, but guys, apart from that, I'm going to leave it like that, and I will be back because I've put the retarder in. As you guys know, it does take a little bit longer to set, so I would have thought sort of between half hour and 40 minutes I'll be back, but for you guys it'll be a second. So anyway guys, hang tight and I'll be back with you in a sec. Hey guys, so I'm back. So it's been about 40 minutes, 45 minutes. I had some Jesmonite left over, so I thought I'd give this bookmarks another go. So all I did was I added the yellow in, mixed it a little bit, and then added some red in as well, so you've got sort of like this orangey type color. I've not really been successful with bookmarks before because they're so thin. I haven't found them to be stable, shall we say. But definitely, I think the last time I tried them I didn't have the retarder, so this time I did, and obviously it has made a difference. You see they've come out quite nice. What I would do with these, obviously sanding it down at the back, I would most probably put a coating of epoxy on this. I've actually got the what is it called, a coatie. It's called a coatie for literally it says the names and what it does. But yeah, it's come out quite nice. What do you think? And then the other ones here, this might have more of a yellow tinge to it because I didn't mix the yellow in as much with this one. Oh, that's come out really nice. I like that one. What do you guys think? Those are the two. Quite different in pattern as well, isn't it? This one, yeah, I literally did in a circular motion when I poured it, so as you can see at the bottom here, but then I had to flatten it out because it was starting to go off on me. This one, yeah, I just pulled it through like that with the red. That's come out quite nice. I think that's quite nice actually. Anyway, creme de la creme. Let us see what this is looking like. Obviously you can see underneath, oh, it's actually coming off already. Wow, that's a good sign, guys. I think what I might do, oops, I might turn this upside down like that, because technically there are two separate pieces and you would just use some string or some type of a rope to put it in. Right. I knew that there was going to be holes in this because obviously I didn't bang this enough, but where can I put this? There you go. But I'm actually really happy with that. It's come up beautiful. I know there's like little holes and crevices in that, but I'm also obviously going to give this a sand down, but that's the top, so that would be like that, where the string would go in, and then that would be the bottom. I suppose you could do it either way. You could do it like that, or you could do it like that, or you could even do it like that, I suppose, if you really wanted to be. But I would say, I'd say to go like that, because that's how it sits in the mold. But yeah, I mean, you can see where it's the white Jesmonite or the cream Jesmonite's gone slightly over the pieces, but a lovely sand with that. There's a few little holes in it, but for this type of thing I do like it because it's quite rustic. Yeah, I reckon a good sanding for that. The only thing I couldn't work out was how I was going to put the numbers on here, because I did try the little mini numbers and letters with the Jesmonite in the mold, but they were so fragile that I knew that as soon as I put them in, they would just get swallowed up. So I reckon with a nice, I reckon a lovely gold pen, where you could do the welcome. I would personally, I'm thinking out loud here, guys. Personally, I would do the welcome here, and the number here. But you can do it either way. I mean, it's really down to you how you would like it. Like I said, I've never used this mold before, but I have seen pictures of them and they're really pretty when they come out. But I reckon with a lovely gold pen, if you can either use a stencil or you can just handwrite it and just put the number, a nice big number there. But anyway, guys, I won't carry on. What do you guys think? Yeah, pop your comments in the comment box and let me know. I will obviously, like I said, I will obviously sand this and I've got a lovely brown, natural brown rope that would go through this, and I think that'll look really, really nice. Well, the one thing I did do as well, guys, I did a little teddy because I had quite a bit left over. So I think the 525 that I used, I think if I do use the chips in this again, I would most probably take it down to about 500 or 475, somewhere around there. I wanted to do, I really hate this mold when it comes to the head. I'm always frightened that I'm going to rip the teddy bear's head off. I don't know about you guys when you do the mold. Oh, look at that. He's come out absolutely perfect. And, wow, no holes. Look at that little two-tone teddy. I just love that. Oh, there's one little hole there. That'll sand out. But what do you think? He's quite cute. Anyway, guys, that's it all for me for today. I hope you found this video helpful and insightful. If you did, guys, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't seen any of my videos before and you did find this useful, guys, I really appreciate it if you could hit the subscribe button and join our little family. But as always, guys, as I always say, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.